Welcome to the next course on Chartered of Accounts. So, this is Dr. Rajakamal from Kristu Jayanti College, welcoming you all to express my views on Chartered of Accounts. Why this Chartered of Accounts has been came into existence? It is very simple that each individual organization will have their own type of accounts to maintain. So all these accounts listing is considered to be as a chart of accounts. A chart of accounts is a listing of all the accounts used in the business accounting system. It provides a systematic way of organizing financial transactions and helps to track them and helps to understand the flow of money and helps to understand how the financial situation of the business. In simple, chart of accounts is all about listing of all the accounts of individual business. So when it comes to the modern business, we have traditionally business is very small in nature, but nowadays the business has been expanded into micro, macro, small, and even this micro businesses has been classified into different ways. Each business required a separate software or separate listing of accounts. That is the importance of chart of accounts. And when we see the importance of chart of accounts, and in chart of accounts we will get accurate financial reporting. It provides a clear and organized way of recording all financial transactions. So financial reporting can become very easy if we follow chart of accounting. And it also makes all the complexity that was there in the auditing will become very simple. That audit trail can be made very quickly. Business can quickly identify and investigate any discrepancies in their financial statements. And to make a financial decision making for the business, this chart of accounts will help to take a better decision. Business can identify areas where they can cut cost, where they can increase revenue, and where they can have the opportunities to reinvest. And it is easier to comply with the regulatory requirements and financial reporting standards. Finally, through chart of accounts, the communication can become more better. Communication can be improved. Here communication is all about the financial transactions that is going to be taken place in the organization need to be communicated to all the stakeholders. Okay. So the finance team can easily communicate all the financial information to other departments and suppliers, shareholders, customers, to all the stakeholders. So chart of accounts will help us to get accurate financial reporting. Chart of accounting will help us to get audit trail. Chart of accounts will help us to take a better decision making. Chart of accounts will help us compliance and improved communication. And what is actually the chart in accounts? How many types are there? It's not particularly what we are discussing now in this section, right? So we have, according to the business, the classification can be made. Chart of accounts classification can be made according to the type of the business. In general, every business will have assets, all the business will have liabilities, every business will have revenue, and all the business will have expenses. So based on the assets Asset is one classification of chart of accounts, and that means one type of listing, and liabilities is another classification of chart of accounts, that means that is one listing. Revenue will be one listing and expenses will be one listing. So all the assets will be listed under one number with a serial, and all the liabilities will be numbered with another number with another serial. Like that, how many different types of accounts that is going to be appear related to our business, all those is going to be classified in the chart of accounts. This is the just example of chart of accounts. Suppose if you take a small retail business, as I just mentioned, assets, liabilities, revenues, and for this small retail business they have equity also. So when it comes to the assets again classified into different forms, where assets numbering was done here with a serial number starts with 1000. 1010 is listed as cash in hand, 1020 is listed as checking account, 1030 was listed as savings account. In the same way, liabilities is started with a serial of 2000, and 2010 is accounts payable, 2020 will be credit card payable. Equity is going to start with 3000, 3010 will be owner's equity, 3000. This is just an example of how the classification is going to be done. And revenue is going to start with 4000 and expenses is going to start with 5000. It is not necessarily you start that with the thousands. You can start with hundreds. You can make asset here as 100 series. Under that, cash in hand might be 101, checking account will be 102, savings account. Like that, the series can be given and listed. When it comes to the chart of accounts of a restaurant, it can be classified in four types. One is sales and revenue account, cost of goods sold account, operating expenses account, and other accounts. So what actually this chart account matters? The chart accounts is important in offering a clear and transparent view of company financial health to interested parties such as investors, shareholders, all the stakeholders. This comprehensive listing of accounts in general ledger allows for easy organization of finances. To facilitate quick location of specific accounts, chart of accounts typically features an identification code, as we have seen in the previous example, name and a brief description about that particular entry. And the business can adjust their chart of accounts to reflect their size and nature, ensuring that the tool remains relevant and useful over the time. For the sake of accuracy in period to period comparisons, it is crucial to maintain the same chart of accounts format over a time. When it comes to the anatomy of a chart of accounts operates in a manner similar to personal finance tools. For instance, if you have different types of accounts at a bank, such as checking, savings, and certificate of deposit, you would typically see an overview of your balances. So when you log into your online account, similarly, using a personal finance app that aggregates all your financial accounts, like Mint or Personal Capital, provides a similar view that chart of accounting offers a business a complete overview of assets and liabilities. The structure of chart of accounts can vary depending on company size and the nature of its business. However, most of the chart of accounts follow a specific structure which is designed to mirror the order of information, and it appears in financial statement. In our next class, we will see about the structure of chart of accounts. Have a great day.